sticking with the phones, and like the next caller is reacting to something I said an hour and a half ago. And that's even unfair. But it's just the way things worked out. If you didn't hear what the call, let me briefly set this up. Donald Trump tweeted out today his anger at Nordstrom for canceling his daughter's fashion line in their department stores. And on CNN and the drive-bys elsewhere, they just cream Trump for doing this. This is not presidential. Presidents don't do this. Fathers do this. Yeah, but presidents don't do this. Presidents don't go out and pick winners and losers and attack American businesses over business decisions. And, of course, I then sought to put this in proper perspective and explain why it would not hurt Trump, because this is exactly the kind of thing Trump voters want and expect and cheer, because it wasn't a business decision. It was a political decision, and people are fed up. Businesses have been politicized by the left and the Democrats, and it's gotten way out of hand, and people are fed up with it. And so Trump defending his daughter and against a political attack, perfectly fine. Most people think. Now, the establishment and the media, who still don't understand the people that voted for Donald Trump, I don't think they're capable of understanding it. I think they could go out and talk to them. I think go out and meet them. They could go to Wisconsin. They could go to Ohio. They could go to all those blue states that voted for Trump, and they could spend a week talking to people and come back still thinking those people are dumb, stupid idiots that don't see the world in the right way. They wouldn't learn a thing talking to them because of their arrogance and their condescension. But those people, it's not just Donald Trump defending his daughter, which is fine and dandy as far as they're concerned. It's also perfectly qualified, perfectly permitted, because it's political. Just like these judges are acting political and not judicial. So here we have a guy who wants to respond to all this that I said, and it's Junior in Polk County, Illinois. Hi, Junior. Great to have you with us, sir.
Hello.
Hey, Junior. What's up? What's happening?
Oh, okay. It's a privilege and honor to talk to you, Rush.
Thank you, sir.
I've been listening to you for a long time. Anyway, about the Donald Trump, just because he's president doesn't mean that he's quit being her father. And I remember a Democrat president by the name of Harry S. Truman, who not only defended his daughter for a review that was made about her singing, but he threatened bodily harm to the reporter. And so I just thought I'd mention that.
Yeah, in fact, you are exactly right about that. How many of you do not know this? Harry Truman, Democrat. I mean, you want to talk about divisive. Dwight Eisenhower was elected president, replaced Truman. And on the inauguration day, where the new president comes and has coffee, tea, or bourbon, whatever, at 10 o'clock in the morning, Eisenhower and Mamie showed up, but he never got out of the car. Didn't go in to greet the Trumans. They rode over to the inauguration in dead silence. It was very, very frigid and chilly in the car. Harry Truman threatened a local Washington music critic who had given a bad review to a performance by his daughter, Margaret. He threatened to beat this reviewer up. Harry Truman is a hero of liberals, many of whom at the time believed in courage and principle. They don't any longer. They attack it. But they love Truman. And Truman, he was president. He went out and he threatened to beat up this reviewer. And would Harry... I don't know if Harry Truman would have liked Putin or not. Probably not. I don't know. You know, this whole thing reminds me of us. Thank you very much, Junior, for the call. I appreciate it very much. You want to hear the letter that Harry Truman wrote to the music critic in the Washington Post? Here's the letter. The Washington Post music critic, Paul Hume, gave Margaret Truman a very negative review of a concert performance that she gave one night in Washington. Truman sent him a letter the next day. Mr. Hume, I've just read your lousy review of Margaret's concert. I've come to the conclusion that you are an 8-ulcer man on a 4-ulcer pay. It seems to me that you are a frustrated old man who wishes he could have been successful. When you write such poppycock as was in the back section of the paper you work for, it shows conclusively that you're off the beam. and at least 4 of your ulcers are at work. Someday, I hope to meet you. When that happens, you'll need a new nose, a lot of beefsteak for black eyes, and perhaps a supporter below. I hope you'll accept that statement as a worse insult than a reflection on your ancestry. Sincerely, President Harry Truman. Trump just sent out a tweet. This was a full-fledged personal assault of a reviewer, or a personal threat to a reviewer. And Trump just tweeted that he thought it was very, very bad, blasting Nordstrom for canceling Ivanka's clothing line.